All right, seeing it's 9 o'clock, we'll call this meeting to order. All three districts are present. Uh, what do we call you, Joe?
Joe.
Commissioner Blau? Commissioner Joe?
Joe.
Okay.
Call me Joe, please.
Acting Commissioner Joe. And Jessica Clayton representing Commissioner Brian Mon and myself. Notice that the meeting was properly posted on September 30th, 2024. And today's prayer and pledge will be done by the sheriff of our great county. Sheriff?
My head for a word of prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your grace, Lord. Please bless the minds that sit on the dais as they guide and direct our county. Give them the wisdom and discernment to make great decisions that move our county forward and allow us to be prosperous. In your name we pray. Amen. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. First item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. Is there a motion?
I'll motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And don't forget to push your buttons. There we go. All right, next is our recurring agenda items. Motion, is there a motion for the claims?
Move the claims.
Second.
Seeing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 3 is the blanket. Any change to the blanket? No change.
I'll motion to approve the blanket.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion clearly passes. Any individual consideration on the consent? Joe, push second. There you go. No consideration on the consent. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
I haven't pushed on for the last one. Are you got it? Okay. I'll make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Slower.
It's not moving very quick.
All right, so we got a special day today, and Sheriff, if you'd like to come up and present your item, it's item number 21. We have with us the Chief of Police from Tecumseh and the Chief of Police from the village. So you guys step up to the podium and
Welcome.
Morning.
Good morning. I'm Russ Landon, Chief of Police in the village. I'm here with J.R. Kidney, Chief of Tecumseh. We're representing the State Chiefs Association Executive Board, and I just want to say it's an honor to be here. We're extremely grateful to Sheriff and Under Sheriff and all of his staff for all they do for the citizens of Oklahoma County and beyond. So we're here to present an award, and I'll leave it to Chief Kidney to do that.
Thank you, Chief Landon. So we have an annual banquet in May at the Oklahoma Association of Chiefs of Police in Durant. And during our banquet, we present a lot of these awards. But over the last couple of years, we have felt that it's more honor to the family members and more honor to the person that we are awarding the cross to do it in their own community, where their families and where their colleagues work. So thank you for letting us come to the commission meeting this morning. And the Oklahoma Association of Chiefs of Police would like to present to the family of Deputy Sheriff Jeremy McCain a police cross, which are awarded for the officers that have fallen in the line of duty in 2023. You may remember that Oklahoma County Sheriff's Deputy Jeremy McCain succumbed to his injuries received in his patrol when his patrol car struck a partially open gate. The gate crushed through the front windshield, pinning him in the vehicle. Deputy McCain had served with the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office for 11 years, and he is survived by his son, brother, and mother. And today we would like to present the police cross to Deputy McCain's brother, Deputy McCain.
Love you, brother.
We want to thank the Association of Chiefs of Police and the Executive Board for doing this on behalf of of our agency and our county. We've certainly experienced a lot, but we have gotten through it together with the trust and protection of the community and as well as our law enforcement community. So we are grateful.
Darren doesn't need to take the knee. Yeah, hey, look at this. Left. Oh. $22. Okay. Real quick, Sheriff, if you want to do item 22, this is the agreement, JAG agreement. Does anybody want to speak about that? It's a
Commissioner,
pretty standard
we
agreement that
didn't do it.
just a renewal.
We gotta do a motion on the award.
Oh, we didn't do a motion on
I'll
21.
motion to accept.
Okay. There's a motion in a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion clearly passes. Item 22, thank you, Sheriff. Mr. Anderson.
I'm trying to remember. I haven't looked at it yet. Yeah, this is I believe this is the JAG award for fiscal year 23. I believe. I can't remember.
Yeah, you're correct. This is the one
Yes.
that just breaks it down for
Yes.
FY24.
Yes, no changes there. I think it's long-standing practice. We use these grant awards, this grant money for radio infrastructure, paying the Oklahoma City radio infrastructure contract.
Perfect.
Second.
There's a motion in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion clearly passes. All right, back to the top. We'll get there eventually. Item number 11, district number 2.
Good. Okay. This is the agreement for specific, assistance between the City of Nichols Hills and the Board of County Commissioners in regards to repair of a road between Bedford Drive and Kingsbury Lane and Drury Lane.
Is there a motion?
Okay, I'll motion.
Second.
There's a motion in a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And motion clearly passes. District number 3, this is discussion and possible action regarding the appointment of Paul Foster to the Policy and Governance, with Ms. Taylor Broyles being the alternate to represent in District 3, placing Colton, which has left for Colorado to jump back into the middle of the campaign world. So I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion clearly passes. We're going to skip item 13 and move it to the end of our agenda, if you don't mind. County clerk reached out to me and would like to discuss that, and she's unavailable currently. So item number 15, engineering, Stacy.
This is one of our ARPA projects, very complex projects. It's a life safety HVAC work down at the existing jail. On bid day, we awarded a base bid of $4.4 million. And then we got our contractor on board and had him go through the facility with our owner's rep for about a month, doing a survey to see what else needed to be done that the design engineer really couldn't get to or really figure out. So these three items are a series of additions we're gonna add to that. The first one is an amendment for $247,077, which was actual items that we did take alternate bids on bid day. So this is basically part of your base bid, and that's why it's an amendment. It's for fire dampers and plexiglass windows so we can see into the units in the future. And we'd recommend approval of that one.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item 16.
The next one is the first change order. When he did the survey, he determined that we needed to repair some of the existing equipment, clean some of the air handling units, repair some of the ducts, replace several of the motors and bearings, and add some multi-zone dampers. So this is $208,868 worth of true change orders that were negotiated after the bid was opened with the owner's rep.
I'll motion to approve.
Second. There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Motion clearly passes. Item 17, Mr. Trumbo.
And this is change order number 2. We learned even after that survey, there's some issues with the ducts themselves and the air handling units that need to be cleaned out. And this will give us enough money to pay for those. And once he gets in there, this will be a maximum amount. We may underrun these if they don't need as extensive cleaning on every floor as we think they might. But this is $252,544. This does take up all of our change order money, but we feel like, we've been through this with a fine tooth comb, and this should be everything. I'll have some more to bring to you where we actually found some underruns in the next couple of meetings.
Excellent.
Stace, when will we get started?
I believe they're going to start in November or October, which this month. We actually have a contractor mobilized and on site this month to do this work.
So in the 30 years of this existence of this building, has this ever been done before? Cleaning the ducts like this?
Not that I'm aware of.
I'll move approval of the item.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion clearly passes. Item number 18, MIS. Anybody from Dane is here? This is Archon Resources.
Yeah, good morning. This is basically, we're seeking a signature on an agreement. What we're doing is we're using a contractor to bring in a network engineer, which is a skill set that we're kind of lacking in our department. This is a 90-day contract with the hope that he works out and it becomes a permanent county position. But Archon is actually on state contract for personnel services, but they need a signature on a document for basically the term.
Okay, so this is like a staffing service.
Yes.
Any questions?
None.
Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Motion passes 3-0. Thank you. Mr. Brandt, Planning Commission, item number 19.
Yes, this is the final plat of a subdivision that's called the Reserve. It is located off of Harrow Road, north of Northeast 63rd. It encompasses approximately 18.3 acres. It's 14 lots. Basically, all the lots there are about an acre in size. The item was originally on the Planning Commission in August. It was deferred because they were still constructing the subdivision at that time, and it was approved back in this past meeting, September the 19th. District 2, I want to thank Ken Wallace. He was integral in inspecting this subdivision during the construction as far as the subgrade, the asphalt of the road, the drainage. So everything looks good. As far as the subdivision itself, there were some protests during um, this particular item as it went through the planning commission. There was some concern about the development of the area, some concern about the wildlife in the area. So I wanted to pass those concerns on, but the planning commission did vote to unanimously accept the final plat of this subdivision. So once it is signed by the Board of County Commissioners, they'll be able to file that and begin the process of getting building permits to build in the subdivision.
Thank you for the shout out to Ken. I'll extend your appreciation and I'll move approval.
Just real quick, Eric, what's the average lot size here?
1 acre, a little over 1 acre.
Okay.
There's a subdivision that is directly across the street from it that has been there for quite some time. It's called Blue Heron Lake.
Yep.
It's been there for quite some time as well. It is the same size. It was kind of interesting. There was really no issue with the zoning of the property when the project initially started. But as the project continued in regards to the development and the construction of it, more people that were adjacent to the property either found out about it or whatever the case was. Once they saw dirt starting to be turned, there was more concern of what was going on out there.
I'd like to welcome District 2 to the Planning Commission of the 1 acre, 2 acre lot debate. There's a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Motion clearly passes. Policy and governance. Miss
Welcome,
Nikki
Nikki.
Morton, this is about our opioid funds, correct?
No, sir.
Oh,
Sharon.
okay.
It is Attorney General, but this is the Sheriff's Grant Fund program that they started. And so this is our contract. We submitted a application and we were awarded the full amount that we asked for, $300,000. And this is the MOU to initiate that contract. So I'm seeking the signatures of the BOCC so that we can initiate this contract and get the sheriff their money so that they can get the things they need.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Move approval.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Motion passes. We've done items 21 and 22. To items 23, these are 30-day notices, correct, Christie? Due to the legislative change. Any discussion, questions?
No, I'll move approval of 23 and 24 unless there's further discussion regarding that item.
Motion is for approval of items 23 and 24 to submit a 30-day termination notice. Is there a second?
Real quickly, on item 24, Jessica, the trailer item for this, the recommendation policy and governments to utilize ARPA funds on this, when will that be before the board?
So I guess we just need to touch base with Danielle and see where they're at on the subrecipient agreement.
Okay.
And then I'll go before the board. I have not received that.
Okay, so it's in
signature yet.
process. All right,
Yes.
thank you. I will second both items.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. 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 Motion clearly passes. There it goes. That was item 23 and 24. I just saw the county clerk walk in, so if you will go back to item number 13, Madam Clerk, the floor is yours.
Good morning. Thank you. Catch my breath because I'm very out of shape walking the stairs fast. This morning, we just wanted to make a quick highlight reminder, big exclamation mark on the deadlines for ARPA. We're all aware of it. I know you guys have been in the weeds of this, in the trenches of this. It is on your mind, but we just want to reiterate the importance of the deadlines. You should have received an attachment with a calendar. We have this calendar that's basically for you all. We have a more detailed one that you can get with Chantel and visit about. But it's really, really, really critical that we do hit these deadlines. So with ARPA, people think of December 31st, but you got to back that up because we have to make sure we have plenty of staff time to get everything done. So we will be taking these deadlines incredibly seriously. And we all know that we could lose this money, but we've got to make sure that we're respectful of the holiday time, sick time, and then just, staff time. So I just wanted to make sure that this was clear that we're all taking it serious. Chantel and a few others are working hard to make sure it gets it done. And I know there's many people all over doing it, but just wanted to make sure we had a public calendar.
So on that public calendar on December 20th, you actually have BOCC PBA listed on the 20th. Is that typically we're on Wednesdays? So 20th being a Friday, is that a
Quite honestly, that's Chantel. I think just because of right before Christmas, I'm not sure why that date was on there. It's on the calendar. I don't know. I think it's one of something that's already set.
Yeah.
Maybe you are intending a special one. I don't know. I was looking at the deadlines for the staff for ARPA. But if there does need to be an adjustment for your meetings, we can just all get together to adjust this however we need to.
I would imagine, as typical at the end of the year, we'll be calling numerous specials, especially when it comes to ARPA and the deadlines. So
I appreciate, I have a couple questions.
Sure.
Appreciate the calendar. I think it's helpful to lay out there the deadlines and the work that's necessary to meet those. But my concern is, are we going to be able to meet those? It seems that we're having a little bit of difficulty now getting projects that have been already approved, started, off the ground. We're just kind of sitting on the runway. So are we going to be able to accomplish all of this?
I hope so. I think we're all doing our best to get everything done that we need to. And if we don't, then we send the money back to the federal government.
Well, my concern is the projects that are approved.
Okay.
And where we're at in those processes, and being able to get purchase orders issued, exchange orders done, and that type of thing.
Right. Yeah. And that's a responsibility that we all have. I have some piece of that, other offices do. And so everybody has to adjust their calendar to make sure they're hitting these deadlines because it is a hard deadline. December 31st is a hard deadline. And there is a reality that Christmas is coming in, and I'm not asking my staff to come in at Christmas time to do this.
Oh, I recognize that on new projects going forward, but I'm more concerned about the ones that we currently have underway.
With the deadline of 2026.
Okay, well, we all have to continue to work with the deadlines to accomplish the goals. I mean, I think it's important for every single one of us to take these deadlines seriously, whether it's right now, 2 months, 2 years, anything dealing with really anything, but we're specifically talking about ARPA right now. This also really helps when we do have to go through the audit, just like we're doing with CARES. This helps with that story later on. So if we don't meet those deadlines with the current project, new project, it goes back. And that's just the reality we all have.
Yeah. Well, I will just say that Accenture has done an incredible job making sure we're keeping on track, and the reporting has been phenomenal. And so I don't have any concerns about our December 24th deadline, but just definitely need to stay on top of the current projects that you're referring to, Joe, to make sure that those come to completion, or that we're very mindful of the money that we've been able to support for the community, that their projects also come to fruition.
Yeah.
So that way we aren't giving money back in the end. So, and I appreciate the calendar, and your team has done a fantastic job, and Chantel is awesome. They have weekly meetings.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate your efforts, but we definitely, and I also appreciate you bringing this, to our attention and advocating for it, because it is a lot of work and a lot of projects. And yeah, you're definitely right. It takes a team.
Yeah.
So thank
you. Absolutely. And December 11th is where we need everything set in. And we also need everybody to be able to work together in all honesty and cooperation through each one of the projects.
I think that's extremely important. Thank you for bringing this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was item 14. Is there a motion? Is there any action actually needed?
I don't think there's any action.
Okay. So item 13, Madam Clerk, is your Ernst Young contract. Do you want to discuss that?
There's not a whole lot of discussion. This is just the next phase 2 and 3. So when we originally put it out, it was put out into several different phases, and just buy the contract in encumbering funds. It's just set out separately. So this is the second portion. They're putting 2 and 3 together because it looks like we can overlap with each other, which will actually allow us to complete this project a little bit faster.
Move approval.
Second.
There's a
Thank you.
motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That brings us to the commissioner comments section of our agenda. And acting Commissioner Joe Blau.
Thank you.
None for me,
Ms.
thank you.
Clayton. And again, congratulations to the McCain
Yes.
family for that great honor. And is there any new business? Any citizen participation? Seeing none.
I'll motion to adjourn.
Seeing no objection, that'll be the order.
Aye.
There's no vote needed. Don't even need a second. on a motion
Give
to
that man the
adjourn.
gavel.
Wait, here you go.
All right, so everybody stay tuned. We got PBA directly hereafter. Everybody got a little giddy.
I gave you a gavel.
No, I don't want that. All right. Buildings administration. Everybody in? Everybody's in. Seeing that it's after 9:10, we will wait or move very slowly. We'll call the Public Buildings Administration meeting to order. Acting Commissioner Joe Blau sitting in, and Ms. Clayton sitting in for Commissioner Brian Munn. Notice that the meeting was properly posted on September 30th, 2024. And she's in. So item number 1 is approval of minutes. There's a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Recurring items, discussion and possible action regarding the claims. Is there a motion?
Move claims.
There's a motion and a second on claims. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. This brings us to citizen participation. Any citizen participation with PBA? You're not a citizen according to.
I am a citizen.
Oh,
This is new business I'm waiting on.
any board comments? Seeing no board comments. New business, Mr. Monroe.
The district attorney has been successfully relocated from the 2 warehouses. This is as of yesterday. The 2 warehouses they were renting on North Lincoln to the location Northeast 23rd in its entirety. I want to thank our people who worked over the weekend to help make this happen. And we'll be working out there at the building ongoing. So it's a good thing. It's a little bit of revenue for the PBA, and it certainly helps the district attorney. So, yeah, I think the moving costs for both warehouses, I talked with Cheryl today, totaled a figure some less than $10,000.
Wow.
Thank you, Keith.
Do you have any idea what the savings is, the annual savings?
No, I don't. I'd have to get that from the DI. I don't know what they were paying in rent out there. I know there was a change in ownership which caused the move to happen.
Yeah.
So it was a good thing. They shredded lots and lots of documents that they thought weren't necessary to keep. Those that they did keep were successfully installed out there, as well as the vehicles and other pieces of evidence that they have to keep. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks to your folks again.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Any more new business? Seeing none. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Yep.
There's a motion. Seeing no objection, that'll be the order.